Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of PandTha Talks.
Hello.
Did you notice how I skipped the episode number because I had no idea what it was?
How dare you, sir? I'm gonna go with 47.
That's the guess. Okay, let's see if I can quickly find it. Because to this day, I still have every thumbnail saved. It would be... Ooh. According to this, it's 46. That doesn't
No.
seem right. No, it is.
No, it can't be.
It's 46.
No. No, I can't be wrong.
You're wrong, sir.
No. Quick, edit all the titles.
Edit every single one, include one of the streams. Oh. But no, we're back for another episode. Honestly, it's been quite a quiet week. I've tried to find as much as I can.
I feel
to
like
discuss.
we're at the end of the year.
Yeah,
It's been a bad year as it is. I feel like it might kind of be the case for the rest of the month, especially with it now being Christmas too.
yeah, it's gonna be a bit more challenging. But I recently, just to bring this up before we start, I actually bought a game recently. Well,
Oh, what did you buy?
it releases on the 7th of December.
Oh, I already know what you're referring to.
It's a certain VR game, and apparently it's going to be released on the 7th, but there's a surprise 48-hour early access announced just on the 30th.
Okay. You should have informed me of this sooner.
I've only just found out.
I need to acquire this game much sooner than I first anticipated.
Yeah, I just thought that as well. Wait a minute. They've accidentally linked the euro cost rather than the pound cost, which is a little silly. Oh well.
It happens.
But yeah. So, just to go over quickly what we're going to discuss this week. In this episode, we'll be discussing a cancelled PS4 game making a comeback. I do apologise for that pause. I just dropped off mentally. Then we'll be going on to having a brief mention of Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
I think you mentioned it before, haven't you?
I have indeed.
Very
Next,
briefly.
yeah, exactly. Next will be Game Pass adding 2 new games, including a day one release. Rockstar confirming GTA 6's trailer, exact date and time.
Was it supposed to be on the 4th? Rumor had anyway.
Turns out that's not right.
I'm not surprised.
GTA Online update, finally adding animals after 10 years.
Why
Can't
do
say
you
that
want
with a
animals
straight
in
face.
GTA, dude?
I don't know. Bethesda's bizarre responses to negative Starfield reviews on Steam.
That one I'm looking forward to.
Modern Warfare 3's remake being outsold by an indie game.
You'll never guess what. You'll totally guess it.
Yeah, 100%. And that, I believe, is it, unless I can think of anything else at the end.
We might also come across a couple bits and bobs, but we'll see.
Possible.
I have to say though,
Anyways.
in terms of games, I've seen a lot of like smaller projects being like announced on TikTok. I guess is where I've been seeing them. Where
Yeah.
they've been advertising them.
I actually will quickly do a quick detour before we start the main set. So, I noticed that myself, and I came across a couple that, to me, are quite interesting, because, you know me, mate, I like my tactical shooters. It's a big thing I'm massively into.
Yeah.
And anything that can do that well, I think, has got a good chance of being quite an impressive game. There is one game on my wish list that I hate is there, and that's a game to do with tech support. But now I'm starting to think about it, I'm like, why do I want to do my job in a game?
Because think about it, Ronnie. You can take the absolute piss with it. You could obliterate machines just for the fun of it,
I can do that in
which you
real
could,
life.
but you're gonna get in trouble for that.
I get in trouble for just speaking sometimes, don't worry about it.
Exactly. So you cause enough trouble by simply existing, sir.
Oh, actually, there is another topic we'll be discussing today, but I'll leave that till later. Let me see if I can just quickly find it. Should be about here. Oh god, I want to avoid discussing that as much as possible. I
No.
hate scrolling down things.
Hey, Rory.
Yeah, go for it.
Am I just do I have to be blind today?
Why?
We'll see how long it takes me to figure out.
I know I've not shared my screen with you yet. I'm just scrolling myself
Yeah.
at the moment.
It's very rude of you.
Game I came across called Grey Zone Warfare.
Grey Zone Warfare.
It was
like I've
announced
seen
on
that
TikTok. It
might have
looks
seen it.
really interesting because it's basically the way I heard it described. It's a bit like Tarkov, Wildlands, and another game I can't remember mixed into one game.
Honestly, dude, I love the idea of Tarkov. It's so much work. I just want like a PvE version, and there is
Yeah.
technically a PvE version, but it's not like only
doesn't
PvE.
count.
I can't. Yeah, like
Yeah.
once you leave it, that's it. It's all reset to what you had before you went in. And
Yeah.
I just wish there was a separate mode for it because with like more enemies, like more AI enemies, it would just
There
be
is actually a mod
so
for
cool.
that.
I do not want to try and mod Tarkov.
No,
Thank you very much.
it would be a nightmare. But this one,
With their launcher as well, I have no experience with any of that, and I
No.
just don't have it in me to learn that.
I understand that completely. This one, though, is more. You've basically got an entire fucking island. So
Like DayZ kind of sort of island, or not that big.
I'd say probably about the same size, if not bigger.
Okay.
I'll
You
you
have
know
my
what?
interest.
I'm gonna share my screen now. I'll start this on. Right, here we go. So this is Grey Zone Warfare. It's not yet out. They're planning to release next year. The gunplay and things, it looks nice. There's aircraft and things. So it's a bit more than what, Tarkov was.
Yeah.
Everything looks
It's
nice.
It's maybe a little less on the finicky side with how you can literally rip a gun down to bare bones and then also put about 700 attachments on it afterwards. It looks like it's gonna have a bit of that, just not as in depth.
Yeah, I'll have to go and. I mean, you can see here, you're checking your mag, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Making sure. That sort of stuff. That's normal in most of these sort of games. I think this is the exact same trailer, pretty much. From what I hear, there's going to be like a proper story to go with it. The screenshots
cool.
and stuff look stunning, though. Like, just in general, even on small scale, it looks nice. And the fact
Let's
that there's
hope
vehicles...
that's not just artwork, though, and it's actually going to be it.
So, anyways. Grey Zone Warfare is an immersive tactical FPS with the maximum focus on realism. Join a private military company and navigate a vast open world setting alone or in a squad. Adapt to your surroundings, use tactics to your advantage, and fight against other human operators and AI controlled enemies. The big thing is, it doesn't mention...
PvP right there.
Yeah, it's PvP, PvE, but it does not mention losing your equipment when you respawn. It's got the, system here where you can fucking change it up, but we don't know much else in regards to, is that just going to be on the fly? Is there going to be a hideout? What's it going to be like?
Yeah. I suppose that's why it's still in development.
Yes, exactly. A unique health system. Apparently, if you get hit in an arm, for example, it will impact you, rather than, some games where it's like, yeah, you just took a hit, that's it,
Yeah,
move on.
I can imagine like you'll do anything that requires your arm
Yeah,
slower, so your
exactly.
recoil will be worse. It might cause damage. You're gonna reload slower. You're gonna load your mag slower. Stuff like that.
Exactly. Um, Expansive living open world. Explore a sprawling 42 kilometer squared of the Democratic Republic of Lemang, a fictional Southeast Asian country inspired by the stunning landscapes of Laos. Utilize exploring landing zones and helicopters to move through a persistent world that keeps on living even when you're not playing. That I'm skeptical about. You've got to be when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
I have just realised something silly.
There
There we go. I fixed it.
What did you do this time?
I forgot to open up my Steam, so it's fine. Mature story. Immerse yourself in a mature experience with an engaging storyline told through numerous missions. Encounter a colourful cast of characters, each with their own secrets and agendas. Navigate the web of lies, decide who you can trust, and expose the truth. Nothing is black and white, only different shades of grey. Which once again takes... When people try and explain that a game's Tarkov-like, you kind of just think, how can those elements be added to a Tarkov-like game? It's very difficult to do. Because even Tarkov's attempt at a story just falls flat on his face. So, But yeah, I'm excited to see on that one. So yeah, that's one of the games I found on TikTok. To link it back to the original point.
I could not at all remember what any of them are called.
No, you
But
send me
I've
occasional
seen,
ones.
yeah, I've seen. I sent you a couple. Yeah, one of them is like another first-person tower defense game where you set up your defenses and then you can also like have your gun to shoot them as well.
Ah,
Seems really fun.
that sounds good.
There's a couple that me and some have looked at that were like really cool. There's one where you're like on a constant moving like massive vehicle sort of thing. I don't really know how to
Okay.
explain it, and it like moves through the world, and you obviously are gonna want to stay around it, and you go jump off it, go grab resources, come back, and deposit the resources and build more stuff on it, so on and so forth. There's a
Yeah.
couple different ones that we've seen.
No, I get you.
Survival Machine, I think that one's called that I just mentioned.
Does sound familiar, actually.
Yeah, but there's quite a few.
Yeah. TikTok seems to be the place to find them lately. It's kind of mad.
Just TikTok goes through phases where it'll go through certain bits of content. So like one day it will be like all of one thing, and then the next day you'll not see that any more of that, and it'll just
Yeah.
be something completely different the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. I used to get Reddit stories a lot. Nowadays, I'm getting loads of game stuff. It's really 50-50 in what you get. Anyways, it looks like a cancelled PS4 game is making a comeback. A long-cancelled PS4 game appears to be making a comeback that will even include physical release across multiple platforms. Guild of Darksteel is making a comeback on PlayStation consoles, according to a newly surfaced PGI rating. The side-scrolling dark fantasy RPG was originally announced in September 2020, and then released a year later via Steam and Nintendo Shop. Its PS4 port was cancelled in June 2021. The recently surfaced PGI classification suggests that the Guild of Darksteel will soon be treated to a physical release for PS4 and Nintendo Switch. I've never heard of this game. Which, I'll be honest, is kind of rare at times.
Yeah, I feel like you always manage to come off with near enough everything and anything.
I just hear a lot of stuff.
We also
Wow.
we went down a good couple of lists too.
Wow. 13 reviews.
Yeah, apparently it is extremely unheard of.
I wondered why I'd not heard of it. The art style looks reasonable for a 1980s game. Like, no disrespect to the developer, fair play to him, but I am just so confused. Apparently, it's also like 3 to 4 hours long. Yeah. Once again, this is the bad thing about just finding articles, because I look at the headline because I want my reaction to be genuine. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get really shocking ones.
Like, sure. Not much else you can do about that.
No.
What?
Thought I'd mention this briefly.
What?
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora Ultimate releases on the 7th of December, the same day as Arizona Sunshine 2.
No. Roy, no. We are not upping price tags to this fucking amount.
That's the Ultimate Edition. The regular edition is £70.
That's still far too much.
Yeah, massively. So, for the other one, which is the Gold Edition, £95. You get 2 DLCs. Season Pass, which, by the way, once upon a time, if you bought a Season Pass, you got all DLCs.
Yep, that was how it used to work. Even
What's
Call of
changed?
Duty did it.
Yeah. What the hell's changed?
Bro, that's crazy.
An extra quest.
Oh, wow. Is that it?
An additional bonus content. Or you can pay £115. An extra 20 quid. And you get the same as what you get in the first one. The same as what you get in the second one. But then you also get the Ultimate Pack and a digital art book. What's in the Ultimate Pack, I hear you ask? No idea.
The digital art book that will probably be uploaded by someone who has too much money and just spreads it all over the internet.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
it just
dear.
says Ultimate Pack. It doesn't state what's in it.
Man, these price tags are going way too far, man.
PlayStation's always been this high. That's the issue. So, a lot of people will say, how come we get games cheaper on PC? And it's a fair question. So, the actual price tag on consoles is about £70. I think it's the same on Xbox. I'd have to check, though. So, let's go Xbox Store UK. Here we are. So now if we search for Avatar on here. Frontiers of Pandora. Yeah, £70. Now I couldn't tell you how much it is on PC because I've not actually checked. But I'd take a guess it'd just be a Uplay situation. So let's find out. Oh, look at that. I can already get it for 45 quid. Yeah, it's £60 on Ubisoft Store. So, on PC...
Where are they getting these price tags from, man?
On PC, we can get it for £60. I mean, let's just take a look. If we go to pre-order, on here, $59.99, £60. If I go back to the store here, I can... Editions. Oh wait, Ultimate Pack. It tells you what's in it. Let's see. So you can get a weapon skin, 1 character cosmetic set, and a Banshee cosmetic set. The Hunter Equipment Pack, 1 unique weapon, and 1 character gear set. That means it's going to be a looter shooter.
And that means that the Ultimate Pack, you get a cosmetic item and then a pay-to-win item, probably.
That has actually taken my interest in this game all the way down, now that I know it's a looter shooter. That is actually kind of sad. But yeah, the prices, £115 is stuck, £95 has stuck, but the base game we can get for cheaper. Which then kind of makes it a bit insane in my opinion, because that makes that jump even more bizarre. Usually it goes up like by £20, no matter what the original price is. So this is actually just Ubisoft trying to take as much as they can out of it.
And that's kind of all we've seen this year, isn't it?
Yeah. Honestly, it is. It's kind of sad. But reason PC, I think, gets it cheaper, personally, is because for PC, the impact usually isn't as much as to get it onto a console. It's not as much of a cost, especially when they own their own storefront, like Ubisoft, for example. They take a lot less cost. They just get the money straight, and all they have to pay is tax on it. They don't have to pay Steam or PS5, Sony or Microsoft, so that they're able to get their copies on their systems. So they don't have to pay a percentage. Which is why usually we get it a bit cheaper than Sony, for example.
Still just an absurd price tag.
Oh, definitely.
I don't think there's any excuse for that.
No, 100% no. I do apologise, by the way. I am going to have to do this a few times today, because it turns out this company, Game Rant, have decided to just be dicks. So, yeah, I fix things my way. Thank you very much. You bastards.
Ah!
Never mind, I can read the highlights so we can discuss them at the very least. New Xbox Game Pass update adds 2 games, including day 1 release. The latest update to Game Pass subscription service gives subscribers 2 games to check out, including a day 1 release. Xbox Game Pass is adding a variety of new games in December, including releases like SteamWorld Build. Subscribers can play SteamWorld Build on any platform as long as it's available on that. You know what? It's just easier to do this.
Yeah, you literally have access to the content, my friend.
Yeah, I literally have it. Why not just check properly? I do get kind of annoyed though with like Game Rant, for example, who are deciding to do things this way. I find it a bit of a joke. Sorry, I literally moved that at the perfect time because it kept my my email off of record. Oh, look at that, it's already there. The fuck is the point sometimes, honestly? Anyways, where's the thing I'm after?
I don't think Rory's having a good day.
I'm not. It's a very bad day. It is a very, very bad day. Day 1 releases, yeah, that's fine, but where's the other one that I can usually do? I can't seem to find the upcoming games. I just search it. Nope. That's kind of sad. Usually lets you see like what games are coming soon, that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, the Game Awards is coming out. Forgot about that. Yeah, I really can't say much about this. I'm kind of sad. I do apologise. That feels like a bit of a waste. Gonna cut that bit, I think.
I caught sight of 7 Days to Die there.
Yeah, 7 Days to Die is on there now.
They have kind of just stopped caring about the PC version.
Oh.
The updates that I've been seeing, because you know already that I loved 7 Days to Die.
Yes, you are mildly obsessed.
I haven't played it in a long time now. It's actually a tad bit upsetting because all the the alpha that came out, Alpha 21, was quite underwhelming.
Yes.
And the updates that came out since then have also felt like nothing.
Oh, you're playing Scum.
Yes, I have a task that I wanted to complete in this game, so I'm doing that and then never playing this game again.
Never playing it again?
Yeah, after I complete my task.
What is your task?
To try and blow up a mech.
That's fair.
There's also been an update that have added like a crazy new enemy in the bunkers, so yeah.
I've heard they've done a lot with the game, to be honest. Since I last played.
I wish I could give you a lot of information, but I spent the majority of my time, as in around 15 hours, just getting a vehicle.
Yeah, that's not a surprise.
Yeah, I found many vehicles. However, not a single one of them had more than 2 tires, and it took me 15 hours to find one that had a front left seat. So it was undrivable.
That's about right.
But yeah. But
No, fair
no,
enough.
in terms of 7 days, the reason I say that they've sort of just stopped carrying out PC version is because they've been doing a ton of work on the console version,
Ah,
which
I
is
see.
both good and bad in my eyes. It's good that they're like trying to bring it to date with what the game's current state for PC,
Mm-hmm.
but in my eyes, it kind of seems like a bit of a waste of time.
See, I can't remember what game. Ah, I remember. Payday 2 did this. It tried to keep console up to date and eventually had to just completely stop. Because it realised it just needed to focus on its primary player base so that it could give all the content that it wanted to give.
Like, I get, like, if there's a game that's on all platforms, but one platform, aka PC, gets like more love and attention. I get like console players want their version to be updated because they don't want to get it
Yeah.
like go to PC just to play one game, so on and so forth. You know, don't get me wrong, it was really far back
Just
in
move to
comparison,
PC.
but there's just you can do so much more with 7 days on PC,
Oh, of course you
so
can.
much more. Like the modding that is on Nexus and
Mate.
the essentially different games that you can have as a mod
Oh, yeah.
is so exponential.
The truth is,
I don't
though,
get the point of them wasting their time on console.
mate, that's the same with most games. That there is just so much more you can do with gaming on a PC than on
Yeah.
console. That is just the
What
truth of it.
what confuses me more as well is actually when you were saying about how we get games cheaper on PC. It clearly costs more to do anything on console games. So it's like why would they waste their time on that
I
for
actually,
probably
I,
a small percentage of player base when there's as many people as there are probably doing it on PC and the things available on PC.
I can give you two reasons. One, ease of access. It's a major continuous point that people bring up, and that also links to the fact that many people turn around and say a lot, I work on PCs all day, why would I want to come home just to go on a PC? It's very much not the same thing, but people like to make the argument. It's
Yeah,
a very
no, definitely
silly
not.
argument. Anyways, moving on to point two of the reason why, consumer fanboyism. Sadly, it is accurate for the most part.
Unfortunately, yes.
But with that detour, we'll try and come back to our points. Maybe. We'll see. We'll probably go off on another tangent shortly. It's one of those days.
Yeah.
GTA 5's exact date and time for the trailer. GTA 6, sorry, not 5. It's been saying 5 for 10 years. The first Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, it will be released on Tuesday, December 5th at 9 AM Eastern. Or ET. So, just to do this, because we all need to know. 9 AM ET to Greenwich Mean Time.
Roy,
Yes?
I have wonderful news about Scum.
Oh, good. What's that?
They have fixed your inability of flipping a car. You can now flip cars.
Well,
If you like
hey!
flip them when driving, you can unflip them, I guess.
That's the
Is
greatest news I've heard all day.
yeah.
Yeah, so that would work out at 2 o'clock from Eastern Standard Time to Greenwich Mean Time. So, 2 o'clock UK on Tuesday, the 5th of December, you can
Are
watch.
we in a GMT plus one?
We could be, which would work out
I
3
think
o'clock.
we are.
That's usually British summertime, though, isn't it?
Yeah, British summertime is GMT plus one.
Yeah, but
I'm
we're
pretty
no longer
sure.
in British summertime.
Oh well, then I don't know.
The
The
clocks
world
went
is a
down,
really
so
annoying place.
we're just
That is
GMT.
true. Yes, yes. You're absolutely right,
So it'd be 2 o'clock.
man. The world is such an annoying place.
When you plus an hour, it's British summertime. When you take an hour, it's Greenwich Mean Time. There you
Why can we not just keep things simple?
go. Because fuck you, that's why.
It's too much to ask for, man.
Yes, it is. Don't you know what you're asking for? You're asking for common sense from people and the world. Never
Yeah,
gonna
you're
happen.
right. I'm clearly living in a dreamland right there.
Like, what colour do you want your unicorn? I'll happily give you one. It's more likely to happen.
The brightest possible blue you could ever imagine. That's what.
I have no imagination, so that kind of fucks this. Anyways,
Interesting.
GTA Online update finally adding animals after 10 years. Why would you go out of your way to do this? I will never know.
For what the game is, I don't know what the thought process was here, but someone must have been bored.
I mean, they've been spending how many years on GTA 6? GTA 5
Do you,
online. I'm
do
sure
you
they
think
are
GTA
bored.
6 will have animals?
No, none. Absolutely none. Fuck you. You're not allowed animals. You don't deserve them. So, GTA 6, GTA Online's December update will finally introduce wildlife to the game. A feature that fans have been eagerly anticipating. I call bollocks.
Have they? Hold on. Have they,
I,
though?
I call utter bollocks.
This is what kills
Right,
me about
butterflies
articles.
are not classified as animals. Dear fucking god.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
What is
the... Okay.
what is becoming of the world, dude? We were
10
eagerly
years after its
anticipating
release.
butterflies in a video game.
Okay, thank you, AI. Cool. So yes, animals are present in GTA Online. Possessed animals such as boars, cougars, coyotes, deer, and pugs can be found in free roam. However, it is worth noting that the number of animals in GTA Online is limited compared to the single player mode. If you're interested in learning more about animals in GTA 5, including land animals, bird, sea creatures, you can check out this guide. Yeah. Fair enough. I actually kind of like that feature now that I've used it. It's not bad. I can't believe that they actually think that fans wanted this so much and that they've been so eager to get it. That's the bit that's getting me.
I don't know what to say, mate. Honestly, I have no words.
Neither do I. Shall we just move on to a topic that's interesting? I think that's best. Okay. Bethesda is responding to negative Starfield reviews on Steam. Absolutely bizarre if you ask me, and despite media attention, this hasn't stopped. The last response is from today. Specifically, this is coming from Bethesda customer support, the same team that asked banned Fallout 76 players to write an essay to get unbanned, until media picked up and they stopped. Did you not know about that bit?
No.
Yeah, they asked players who got banned from Fallout 76 to write an essay. It was kind of funny. So, we'll go through and read these. Bethesda developer replied to a negative review. Hi there. Thank you for taking the time to provide your review, and we are sorry to hear that you were disappointed with encountering so many loading screens while playing, which is one of our major pickups with the game, to be honest.
I mean, with many Bethesda games, that's been an issue.
Definitely.
It's quite tough, especially when you would get these tiny areas that you would spend all of 3 seconds in, and then spend even longer than that in a loading screen.
It was such a good day when Skyrim modding fixed that. While there may be loading screens in between fast travelling, just consider the amount of data for the expansive gameplay that is procedurally generated to load flawlessly in under 3 seconds. We believe that shortcoming will not hinder our players from getting lost in the world we have created. Starfield is an RPG with hundreds of hours of quests to complete and characters to meet. Most quests will also vary on your character's skills and decisions, massively changing the outcome of your playthrough. I'll be honest, it sounds like they're just telling someone how to play a game. Like this next bit. Try creating different characters with backgrounds and characteristics that clash or are positive of your opposite of your previous character. You will
if
feel
someone wants to create a character with background, that's why GTA 5 RP servers exist.
Yes. You will feel like you are playing a totally different game. Put points in different skills from the character you've previously created, and you are now faced with a completely different decisions to make.
Stealth Archer. That's all I'm gonna mention.
Yeah, exactly.
You always try a different build. You always end up as a Stealth Archer.
Yeah, it happens every time. There are so many layers to Starfield that you will find things you've never knew were possible after playing for hundreds of hours. Even after completing the main story, your adventure doesn't end. You can continue on to New Game Plus to keep exploring Starfield and all that is out there. You can send further feedback to the development team here. The link, Never Stop Exploring, Bethesda customer support. That just sounds like they're trying to, explain to someone how to play games.
The New Game Plus, by the way, that is a feature that I kind of wish was implemented not anymore, but also slightly differently.
Yes.
It's a really cool idea to be able to play through a game again, but with your previous items, because it changes how everything is done.
Oh, definitely. Especially levels and stuff, just shooting up, you're like, oh fuck, I'm under-leveled, tough shit here, help!
But even like going in and like starting with all your skills in certain games, like all your upgrades, that just mean you can play it completely differently. Like, I think doing that is better than just giving you free roam access to the game that you've just completed, because that means you have to go the whole way back.
Yeah,
whereas like you would pass all those areas when you were playing through the storyline.
Oh, definitely. Greetings. This is another one, sorry. Greetings. Thank you for taking time to leave a review for Starfield. We are sorry that you do not like landing on different planets and are finding many of them empty. Some of Starfield's planets are meant to be empty by design, but that's not boring. When the astronauts went to the moon, there was nothing there. They certainly weren't bored.
Bro, this is not real life.
No, honestly, it sounds like they're just taking digs at their consumers at this point.
Actually, though.
Yeah.
What?
The intention of Starfield's exploration is to evoke a feeling of smallness in players and make you feel overwhelmed. You can continue to explore and find worlds that do have resources you need or hidden outposts to look for. And then it literally has that same paragraph I read out prior, and then says, "We are still actively working on this game and will be for a long time yet to come. If you would like to provide feedback straight to development, you can do so here. We want to make Starfield awesome for everyone who wants to venture out into it. Best regards, Bethesda customer support."
Bro, they definitely with this Starfield, they definitely took all of the excitement and used it as blindness.
Yeah, it feels that way, doesn't it?
The hype of just the sheer thought of how this game could end up is all that it took. No one thought about how it was actually going to turn out.
Yeah. This one, I think, though, is
with good reason. Like,
oh yeah, I feel though that this review is probably the worst of the lot. This response, sorry, is the worst of the lot. Thank you for taking time to leave a review for Starfield. You can fly, you can shoot, you can mine, you can loot. Starfield is an RPG with hundreds of hours of quests to complete and characters to meet. Most quests also vary on... this is literally that bit from before. Try creating... yep, the same thing there. Jesus Christ. There are so many layers to Starfield that you'll... it's literally... never mind. It was the beginning bit that kind of baffled me. Because that bit will be direct reply to what they're on about. The rest of it is typically just copy-pasted. But this bit, you can fly, you can shoot, you can mine, you can loot. What the hell were they responding to is my question. Because that sounds so fucking condescending. Here are the 4 main gameplay loops from us. Why would I need to know that if you didn't do a good enough job to explain already? What's going on here?
It's greatly upsetting just seeing the outcome of this game.
It really is. But we can move on to something happy at least to end it.
Can we, please? Pretty please.
Modern Warfare 3 is being outsold by Lethal Company.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, I've still got to bring that up. Never mind, I do have one other thing to discuss.
Oh yeah, you mentioned one thing earlier.
Yeah.
And you didn't mention what it was.
So, this is what I want to discuss. A game that when it first came out, I thought was appalling. And a weird idea. But it's on a free weekend at the moment, as you can see. I've actually got it. I've started playing a little.
Didn't you say this to me through the week, something about this?
I'm not sure.
Someone, I remember seeing the free weekend for something anyway, and it just feels like it was for this, but I'm not certain.
It will have been. It did pop up in our Steam. You know when you open Steam and it pops up all the information.
That's probably just where I saw it then, yeah.
So, ICARUS was made by the developer who originally created the DayZ mod and the DayZ standalone game, before he had a falling out with Bohemia and made his own company. So, ICARUS, it's a PvE survival game for up to 8 players, and you all land on the same planet, basically.
Why does it sound like Destiny?
Yeah, I know, right? Except the survival bit. That's massively against Destiny. So,
True.
You explore a savage wilderness in the aftermath of terraforming gone wrong. Survive the open world, complete timed missions, or build your outpost. Explore, build, craft, and hunt while seeking your fortune and prospecting for exotic matter. What kind of got me out of interest with this? I started a mission. And basically you can choose a mission and then you land on the planet. And then you'll go back up, and then you'll go back down to, like, either the same or a different planet, but it'll be a different location, so none of your stuff will be there.
Is this more in-depth, Lethal Company? Hang on, what?
The bit that interested me is any mission you choose, and this is just one way to play the game, there are 3 different game modes, but if you choose the mission system, you have 6 days to complete that mission. Real time. The time works realistically.
I do like that idea in a game.
It's an interesting concept.
It is. It's just a bit rough because anything can happen.
Yeah. Well,
I would rather it be like X amount of real life time, sure, but instead it's through playtime is when the time ticks down, not just.
Well, you can also do that by sleeping. So it sticks to real life time, but that's for like certain bits, whereas you can sleep to pass some of that time.
I see.
But then there's something else about this mission system. As I said, it's PvE. So you're
Yeah.
not going to be versing each other, are you?
No.
When your friends unlock blueprints and stuff, you unlock them. Then you have talents. You get regular talents, which is for everyone. If you upgrade them, everyone gets the talent. Then you've got player solo talents. Those are just for you, which affect you only in specific ways. But you can also level everyone up to a certain way to help assist. So what other people are doing should affect you as well, from the seams of what I've played. I played solo, by the way, so I can't guarantee this stuff, but that's what it seems like from what I read, from what I played during my time. 3 game modes. So you've got regular open world, limited time missions, which is what I did, or creative outbursts. You can take a guess at what they are from the titles, to be honest. Open world, imagine Rust, except co-op. Limited time missions, I've explained them briefly. You've got a mission, you got to do it within a time frame. I had 7 days. I were like 6 hours 59 minutes. No, 6 days 6 days 22 hours 30 minutes I had left when I finished my mission. But mine was a really basic mission. It didn't give me much resources to research stuff back at base. And then creative outposts will just be go mental with the building. Let your creative mind run wild in the outpost regions with regenerating resources and safe environments. So you're not going to have to deal with monsters that are hunting you down, shit like that. But the system is relatively in depth. And they're bringing out expansions and stuff for it. I just think they could do with kind of solidifying their base a bit further. But as a game overall, the concept pulls it through. And I do have to admit that.
I will say, from everything that you said there, it does sound like something that I would kind of like to play.
I definitely recommend giving it a shot.
Well, it's like a 50-50 on whether or not I would get bored of it real quick.
Yeah, exactly. But this is the talent system I was talking about. So you got all these in your regular talents, so resources, exploration, cooking and farming, hunting. And then you've also got this solo tab up here, which has got different skills in it just for you.
Yeah.
You can make some really bloody crazy stuff. Tell you that for free. Okay, that's a bit weird. But the environments are also quite interesting. Like, you actually need oxygen. So you can breathe normally for a bit of time, but after time you need oxygen. It's one of the most common things you can find. It's a little blue rock. You just consume that and your oxygen shoots all the way back up. It's so fucking easy to find, so it's like a 5-second job. At which point I sort of sit there and go, why am I affected by this? Why am I bothering? But the other thing, and this will give you a giggle, I shot at something with a bow and arrow. And this started off because I had a javelin. So I shot this through this javelin at this creature. All of a sudden I just see the javelin curve in midair and hit it in the head.
What?
Yeah. My javelin had aim assist, I think. I think it was because it was trying to do hit scanning, but they kind of went, no, we don't want to do hit scanning. So they tried to go for like a more regular approach of travel time, but they forgot to remove the hit scan aspect, which is silly. So once again, it's why they need to kind of sort their shit on the base system. Doesn't do it for guns though, from what I've heard. It only does it on that sort of projectile stuff, which is silly. But yeah, it could definitely do with some upgrades and some updates to push it a bit further, but the base is good. It's enjoyable, it's different. I was in a storm, in a forest. All of a sudden, trees were being pushed over with the power of the wind.
That's cool.
Stuff like that was impressive.
An environment that can be affected by basically anything is always a really cool concept.
I mean, if this is true, I've not seen this, but this is also a possibility.
Lovely. Roy, want to be arsonists together again?
Always, mate. Always.
Well, we're already arses, so...
Exactly. But, yeah, you know, stuff like that it's really impressive, and I quite like the style of it. So I am going to put some more time into this at some point over the weekend, because I want to try a bit more. But I think overall, it should be given a chance just to see how it progresses. Some people absolutely love it, other people hit and miss.
In fairness, that's kind of the case with a lot of games. You know, it's not ideal, but you kind of do just have to invest the money into a game, try it, and see whether or not you like it.
No, I understand that completely, mate. Yeah, just as someone said, Ian, this was my way of seeing it. Tried on the free weekend, good graphics, huge world. And it truly is. Some people are having really bad issues with how the game runs. I didn't have any issue, but I've kind of got bias of my system's kind of beastly. So I kind of can't say much. I keep seeing this bit here. It seems like a crack's like either opening up or it just opened.
It
over
might just
time.
be the design of the world.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'm kind of sad that they've not shown it, but you know, as you destroy rocks in this game, you actually are caving them out.
Yes, you're not just like hitting it; it's like popping into smaller sizes until it
Yeah,
eventually vanishes.
it's
You're
not that
actually
at
like
all.
hitting chunks off.
Yeah. I was hitting the center and I caved all the way through the rock. It was kind of fun.
Now, what if you like just break all the underneath of the rock?
Tried
On
that.
the ground?
I was disappointed.
Did it float or what?
Yes.
Ah.
That was the disappointment, in my opinion. But overall, it was. It's honestly quite an enjoyable experience. I think at the start of the game they must have made some really bad choices because they have got mixed on 28,000 reviews. But they are starting to get more positive reviews in, 81% positive over the last 30 days. I think it's worth trying out on this free weekend and see what you think. It might just be a new game that you will think about picking up. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've really got to say this week.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Try that game myself.
Yeah.
I can think of. I'm looking forward to Arizona too.
Oh, definitely, mate. That's two games I've basically got on my list at the moment: ICARUS and Arizona.
What's that? Thursday it's coming out then, yeah. We get the 48-hour early, so Tuesday technically, yeah.
Yeah, should be.
Nice.
Which overall pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, with all that said and done, then thank you all for watching once again. If you enjoyed yourself, please feel free to like, follow, subscribe, any of that stuff, and we will catch you in the next one.
Yeah, feel free to leave any kind of interaction, guys. We're always happy to see it. And don't forget, we have a Discord.
Yes, we do. It's under every episode, and it typically pops up within the first 5 minutes. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now, guys.
See you later, guys.